What up? I'm back. Another video. This topic is staying and leaving relationships. Um, I guess we'll jump right into it. First of all, I would like to say that just because you love somebody does not mean that you should stay with them. Okay? I love everybody, but probably not in that way. But just because you say, "Oh, I love them," that don't mean you should degrade yourself. That don't mean you should lower your standard, anything of that nature, just because you love somebody. Like, that's when you have to learn how to be strong and be able to overcome and be like, okay, this is not what I want, or this is not what I deserve, or this ain't what, it's just not in my plans to be in a relationship like this. That's just because you love somebody, it's not good enough. And another thing, be honest with yourself, because a lot of times people like to they be with somebody and they know the truth, and they don't want to act on the truth, but they are able to stay with the person even though knowing they doing something that they disapprove of and that they can't live with for the rest of their life, but they look past it. And a lot of times I don't understand how the reason the divorce rate is so high is because people just get married and they be knowing this was like this the whole time. So why would you take the biggest step in a relationship and marry someone and you already know that it's something about them that you're not going to accept? I don't understand that. Like, you setting yourself up for failure. And I just don't understand why people do that. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, be honest. You have to be honest with yourself and you have to act on it. I mean, it's just the truth. And now this is for the people who are in a relationship that are doing, I guess you would say, the wrong, or don't want to be fully committed, or just don't want to be with just that one person, or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is that you do, it could be all types of things. But my thing would be that don't be selfish. Let that person go. Be able to say, I don't, I love you enough not to do you this way. I just think, to me, that's called being able to be strong and stand up. I mean, a lot of people, they don't want to give up what they have, or all the women, or all the men, whatever. If you're a girl and you got a lot of men, you don't want to get that up. And if you're a man, you got a lot of women, you don't want to get that up or until you're ready, or until it runs out. But you want to be with this one person, but you just don't want to give them everything right now. I think that's very selfish for you to keep them around and to keep hurting them, even though it's up to them to ultimately walk away. It's up to you. I mean, you have a part in it too. You can also say, okay, I don't want to do this to you, knowing that you probably not the person that they should be with. Like, sometimes you shouldn't have to help a person out in that sense, but a lot of people, you do have to, because most people are just not strong enough to be able to walk away. And it's just a result of a lot of bad relationships, Let's talk about cheating. Alright. Now, this is just my opinion. I think once somebody cheats in a relationship, the relationship is over. That's just my opinion. I don't think you can come back from it, because it'll always be in the back of your mind. Me personally, I just don't want to be able to look in my kids' eyes, or anybody I know, and be like, oh yeah, she cheated on me once or twice, or he cheat. That's not what I want in a relationship. That's just me. But my opinion, I think if a person cheats, I think the relationship is over. I don't think you can recover from it. That's just my opinion. Now, another one of my opinions is, I don't think you should want to recover from it. I think you should forgive them and be like, okay, you hurt me. I'm willing to move on, but I'm not gonna hate you. But I don't think that you should be like, oh, I'm gonna give them a second chance, because this is all the person is gonna do. They're gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you, whatever. And then as soon as you say, you probably be mad for a little bit. As soon as you take them back, there go they smirk like, now I can do now I know I can do what I want to do, because there's no discipline to it. There's no discipline to it. They know they can do what they want to do. So that's just my opinion. I think. I mean, and then in a lot of sense, if like women be with a man, right? And a man could be doing this thing. He could be, he could be something that they don't want in a man, but they still be with him. Like in the instance, they can, walk in the room and they could probably put on a certain thing to make him say, oh, you look nice today, or oh, I like that, or I like your hair, whatever. They probably do that to get that attention. But the man that they with, he ain't worried about that, because he's thinking about only himself. And he's probably thinking, man, I'm going to hit the club up, see what I'm just saying in general. That's probably what he's thinking. And then you like, dang, I can't even get no attention from the man that I'm with. So how do women keep going through this? They find a male friend to keep them going. Now, cheating is not always physical. It's up here too. Because how does cheating start? It starts here. Because you can't do anything without thinking. You can't. And a lot of times I know people say, oh, I react without thinking. You really didn't. You just didn't take the time to think further into the situation. But women, they cheat emotionally sometimes. Not just women, men do it too. But so, a woman can be like, I don't get this from a man, so you know what? Women probably want, the attention, the foreplay, whatever you want to call it, and they can't get it from him. So how do they do it? Well, they might have sex with a man, be like, oh, it's just sex. He didn't really do it how I want to do it. I don't think he's really into me like that. Like, he didn't give me what I wanted. I wanted the passion. He didn't give me that. So what do? They call one of their male friends up, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm come hang out with you. Knowing that he's going to be honest with her. Oh, he's the guy this is what I wish my boyfriend would have or would be like. So you go, you kick it with him, you hear, he tell you everything, he tell you the truth, what you really like to hear. He can tell you stuff like, oh, that's a nice dress, or, I like your hair, or, you're a very attractive woman. Stuff that you would like to hear from your man, but you can't get it from your man. Because why? He's worried about, the other women. I know it's plenty of situations where someone can be with somebody and all the compliments goes to outside their relationship. A girl will tell a dude, oh, I think you look nice today. She'll never tell a man that, but she'll tell another dude that. A man tell a woman, you're a very attractive woman. Or text a woman, hey, beautiful, but you never text your woman, hey, beautiful. I don't understand that. And I just think sometimes, cheating is not always physical. Because if you, it's like two relationships. It's like you sleep with this person, but you balance it out with the other person. You cry to the friend and he consoles you. But when everything's okay, you go back to the bad. And then when it hits rock bottom again, you call the friend. So it's like you're keeping a relationship together with two people, but you don't really know it. So, I mean, that's just my opinion in that. And I just think, and the reason I say, in cheating, I just don't, if somebody cheat on you, you shouldn't be like, okay, I hear people tell me when I was younger, now even people tell me, I say, well, if somebody cheat on you, would you take them back? And some people say, well, yeah, I would. Then you already giving them a stamp of, okay, I know I can cheat on. That don't make sense to me. Like, this just me. If you feel like you're worth being cheated on, that's you. That's just you. I'm just saying I'm just saying me. I feel like I'm worth more than that. But I just feel like, why would you feel that way? Like, why would you want, even if you knew the person was going to do right after the one time or how many other times it was, even if you knew, my opinion is I don't think you should stay. And I think that's a big problem with relationships. Because people try to make stuff work that's just not going to work. Because a cheater is a cheater. It's a moral thing. Morally, it's like, morally, I would never cheat on a woman. That's just me. That's my morals. That's just something I would do. I would never cheat on a woman. That's just my morals. I would never commit adultery. That's my moral. That's something that I strive never to do. That's just something that I believe in. You know, and that's just me. I don't know. It's just me. If you feel like that's what you're worth, I just don't see why you would stay with somebody who would cheat on you, because I don't believe that it would end. And that's just my opinion. Don't think that you can say, "Oh, I'm gonna walk away and see if they come around," because you just setting yourself up for failure. I mean, this is how it's gonna go. If you walk away, that person is probably gonna be like, "Oh well," and then what you gonna do? So you gonna get lonely and hit them up, and then they winning. That's how it is. A lot of people look at relationships when they get the upper hand. They want to act the fool. Okay, now you acted the fool, I'm acting the fool. But that's how it is. You give them the upper hand when you do that. Like, which it shouldn't be that way, but that's how it go. But don't think you can walk away and make them realize, because they already with you. So they probably don't even care. Okay, well, I'm doing what I do. If she find out, oh well, or if he find out, oh well. And you say, well, I'm gonna try to leave him. You can't change a man that way. You can't change a man at all, because in the end, you can't. We can't control who likes us. We can't control who don't like us. The only thing we can control is what we like and what we want. We can't control nobody else. We can only control what we like and what we want and what we accept. So this is how I feel about that. I just think cheating is over. One cheat is over. That's my opinion. Another thing, when it comes to breaking up with somebody or leaving, please have a good reason. I done heard some crazy things in my life. I'm not going to repeat what I've heard, but I've heard some crazy things in my life. Do not just break up with somebody just because you like, oh, well, I just need a break. No, you just want to do your thing, but you don't want to tell that person you want to do your thing. Why don't you just be honest with them? Like, a lot of times it be two people in a relationship. They both really want to do their thing, and they both cheating on each other, but they both too cowardly to say, hey, why don't we just do this, and we can still kick it and hang around, but we probably shouldn't be together because we both, do what we do. It's better to know that than to both of y'all sneaking around, and then once somebody finds something, they like, oh, so you cheating, and then you be like, well, this, that, and then you be cheating too. A lot of times, if a person blames you for cheating, they probably cheating, because they try to throw guilt on you, so that way you could be like, well, I cheated too. That person be like, I cheated too. That I just don't understand that. I don't know. To me, just two wrongs don't make a right, but it's just my opinion. And one thing I want to say this before I end this: if you are I ain't just saying all women do this, because men do this too. Do not go through the person you with phone. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that, because to be honest, I'll let anybody go through my phone because I don't care. It's whatever. But don't do that, because that shows that's just, you're like, man, why would you go through my phone? Like, you don't trust me? Like, even if you see that's another thing. People do that, and a lot of times women do it because they be with men and they be like, I'm gonna see if he cheating on me. So why you with him if you feel like you can't trust him? I don't get that. Like don't go through nobody's phone without them knowing. I just don't understand why you would do that. Because first of all, when you go in there, your attention's gonna already be bad. So if you see any little thing, you're gonna blow it out of proportion most likely. Don't go through somebody's phone. That's just me. I would if you say, hey, let me see your phone, I don't care. Because I don't have anything to hide. Because I can care less. But don't go through somebody's phone trying to find something. Because, I mean, 9 times out of 10, if you have to do that, you're going to find something. Because the person that you're with, you know that they're not right for you. At the end of the day, this is how I feel about a relationship. Look in the mirror or whatever you have to do, whatever. Just sit and think and go, would God agree to this? Because ultimately, if your goal is to get married, that's under God's name. That's a God thing. That's a godly thing. That's a righteous thing. So, just think, would God agree with this? Is this, God wouldn't send me this because this is a test to see how strong or how weak I am. You know, if God don't agree with it, it ain't right.